Admin Corner. I've made a video in 2 weeks and I already feel out of practice. In that time, I've been to London and I went to see Jamie T. His show was like a one night only rarities and acoustic kind of thing. He played stuff that he had never released and he played stuff that he had never played live before. That was so good. And then we did some other stuff while we were there. Most notable thing for me, like we didn't go down to museums, but we went to up the Bracket Alley, which is where the Libertines filmed a music video about 15 years ago or something. Yeah, you know, it was drizzly. It was like an alleyway. It smelled faintly of piss. There was a man actually pissing when we got there. But he left and it was great. So this morning, this arrived. The life-changing magic of tidying up. Obviously I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but my last video, well, that was a disaster. My last video was about clutter and I was really in the mood to get rid of stuff after I uploaded it, you know? So I got rid of like another, I think, black bag and a half of just shite I didn't need. Let's find one page of wisdom. Let's just... Storing books. Put all your books on the floor, she says. So I don't know. That doesn't fill me with confidence. I've had a cold the last few days. I'm not saying you have to pity me, but I've got a lot of mucus here. I'm kind of battling that. So I probably sound different, I'm sorry. That's Admin Corner out of the way though. And now I'm going to show you some old drawings I found when I was clearing stuff out. There was like 6 of these. I think I was like 9, 10, maybe 11. I was making a board game of the like Pokemon Game Boy games. And that's as far as I ever got. 6 times. I didn't really have rules in place. It would have been so great to be like, here I did it every 10. But, you know, I lacked commitment. Oh, I used to draw Spider-Man a lot. Never doing anything, just sort of hanging out. Like, just boring, just standing there. But I had this comic called Spider Kid. The Spider says singles, he's like, no wait, I stepped in dog poop. And then there's a bank being robbed. I just remembered, I stole this whole story from my cousin. He drew it for me. And I just copied it years later. That's not okay. Anyway, I've got more though. No wait, somebody really is in trouble. He goes to the phone box and he changes, he rips all his clothes off and he's like, oh no, and then he spins around and he's all dizzy and he tries to chase the guy and he's webbing up the building and his webs don't work and he falls into a bus and he says, it's hard being a superhero at the end. This is the original to that my cousin Paul drew. The guy's like, oh no, the shop, and someone says, put your hands up, where can I change? Phone box, he spins around, it's hard being a superhero. And he falls and he's all dizzy. I had a couple more jokes. But yeah, I just stole that. I feel bad about that. Ooh, so here's another Spider Kid, right? He's watching TV and he's like, that's the guy that got away from me. Time to get to work. Ha! I used the same gag. He rips his shirt off again. He's like, no, not again. I keep forgetting my costumes in my bag. This panel, this one here, I remember feeling like, he's really moving. Look at the anatomy. He's really webbing through the air. I remember really feeling like I had nailed that. I do some other comics that I never finished. Same page, I started a bunch of times. That was always my problem as a kid, and it's still a problem I have now. The desire for things to be perfect means you don't get as much done. And sometimes you just have to learn to do it. That's why I didn't get my student film finished. More half-finished comics. I really like doing the first page of everything, but I never got beyond that. I want to know what age I made this. It's a 4-panel comic where someone gets punched, kneed in the face, kicked in the groin, kicked, and then that's it. That's the end of the comic. What was happening there in my life that made me draw that? Oh my god! Oh, I wish I didn't do this. I actually didn't see this when I was clearing stuff out. It's on the back of the psychotic comic. Jesus, it's a slippery bit of paper. Hitler's brain. I really wish I didn't do that. These are some comics that are like, that's the first page. That's the second. This is a 5-page comic, but I've done it over 2. It's impossible to read. I like this one. It's a kid standing on a roof and he's got spiky hair, and then he falls off the roof and he lands on the ground. Oh, this one I really like, but I probably stole it because I'm proven to be a thief. It's a clown trying to cheer someone up with a heart condition, and he's in bed clutching his chest. That's like something I could rework now. That's pretty good. I just want to show you this, right? This is just kind of proof. I've been obsessed with The Simpsons. Where's the focus? For as long as I can remember, really. When I was a kid, that's just one Homer I drew, and then this is another one. I only drink on days that end with Y, which is like a Simpsons thing I've seen. But like, it's kind of interesting because I don't know what age I drew this with. 8 maybe? That's not too far off model. There was a time when I was growing up, the only shows that Sky One had were Malcolm in the Middle, wrestling, and The Simpsons. And it was a good time to be alive. And I used to watch The Simpsons 3 times a day, and it was so great. It was my favourite thing. That's them all. I hope that was interesting. It was to me. I really like looking back on past stuff because you don't see your improvements day by day. You only see how much you've improved by looking back. So I regularly do it. I'm gonna go read that book, and then maybe that's what the next one will be about. Goodbye.